What's going on, guys? I am the Veteran Miner, and we have Veteran GPURisers. What is going on? It has been a while. I think it's been seamless. 5 minutes at your door. Hello, everyone. I'll do the roll call real quick, and then we'll just get right into it, guys. So, son of a Rabish, thank you for joining us tonight. Travels Travel, Crypto Craig, Dom G, Vinny, Greco. We have Automatic Beats, Bad Ace. Also, Travels. Oh, Travels is going to do a little giveaway on Cats of Crypto tonight. So he was just messaging me today, so we'll figure that one out a little bit later. Steven Cicero, Crypto Mikkel, GPURisers. What up, everyone? And if I missed you guys, sorry, Brad Johnson. But we want to get right into it because we missed about,
about 2 weeks, I think.
Two to 3 weeks.
It wasn't 3 weeks,
I think
was it?
I think the last time I had a video was like 3 weeks. I missed one, you missed one.
Yeah, it was crazy.
But
yeah, we were in
all
Nashville 2 weeks ago, right?
Yeah.
And
you were. I was home.
Yeah, they had like we were supposed to go to the Litecoin Summit in Nashville. We ended up not going.
Oh, really?
But we were just tired. We went to the Flux event that they had, the Cypherpunk at Tin Roof. It was like the upstairs bar area. And that was a lot of fun. We went there for probably about 2 hours during the day. And then we went and got dinner. And by the time 10 o'clock hit, we were like, all of us were out. So, there was just not really a way for us to do Wired Wednesdays. We were brainstorming ideas, but it would probably be like my laptop or my phone, just like at Tin Roof. You know, it's like a really loud bar. So I don't know how that would have worked. And then last week I was out of town again for Terra. I am out of town this week actually for Terra as well. But last week I was in Missouri, so had to do some stuff there. Never-ending projects.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. So now this week, what happened actually last Wednesday? Oh, we were just, I had to wake up at 3:30 in the morning for a flight. 3:30 in the morning.
Yes.
So by the time it got to like 8:30, I was dead. Just couldn't do it.
But we finally made it again. We're back.
Yeah.
I mean, we're just, with I had some family stuff going on too, and I was here and I was doing a lot of wires and stuff like that, and unfortunately I wasn't able to go, but next year I'll go.
Yeah.
But right on track. We'll be able to do this again, guys. We're very, very consistent. It's just that sometimes we miss. It is what it is. Gives you guys a break too, Sometimes you guys need a break too.
Missouri, yeah.
Missouri.
Steven Cicero, win crypto payments on Terra soon. I know I've been saying that for months. I got a call. Was it your brother-in-law, I think? I have the information. I literally actually highlighted because Mike was yelling at me yesterday about it, needing to get that implemented. So I wrote down the info for it, so I will be doing it. But looks like the Ritz. I am not at the Ritz-Carlton or the Bellagio King. What's up, Crypto Craig? I am.
It's a very familiar
I'm in Melbourne.
room.
Yeah, I'm in Melbourne.
Frequent flyer room.
Yeah, doing Terra stuff as usual at our data center. Doing we have the Terra compute. I know we've been talking about that, so we're gonna have some new stuff to show you guys. Some point with it, we have some custom stuff we got in. So
that's really cool.
I've been testing out a bunch of different stuff, seeing how we're gonna implement it and stuff. A lot of the stuff in Melbourne is kind of like a test, right? Like it's figuring out what works, what doesn't work, how we're going to route the heat and whatnot. So learning that side of the data center is a lot different. Me and King were actually on the call with Lumen, I guess we could say Lumen today, our network provider, and they've been real busy recently, and they were talking a little bit about racks and how like the AI demand is like increasing the power consumption per rack, right? Because you have GPUs in them, and it's just a lot. Yeah, so we're testing out different stuff, more redundancies, and doing that. So tomorrow I will be doing more of that. It's hard because none of us like live in Melbourne, so I'm other than King, I'm probably the furthest away. Frank and Mike are probably about an hour and a half. I'm like 2 hours, 15 minutes. So um, usually I wait until there's like good amount of stuff to do, so that I just stay the night up here and then get it done, during the day. And I have 2 days here, so that's what I'm doing, Dave.
Wow. How's the storms over there? Because I know we're starting to get hit, and apparently it wasn't coming towards us. So I mean, if the stream goes out, I lost electricity. I'm just letting you guys know. I mean,
yeah,
you could have a little rainstorm, and my electricity goes out because it's that crap. But what's going on with the storm, flooding, or anything like that? Is it done? You're good?
Well, we didn't really have a whole lot on southeast Florida. I'm in like the Fort Lauderdale area, and we didn't really have a whole lot. So I mean, it was like one night I want to say with like some wind and stuff like that, some coconuts, flying down. That's about it.
Nice.
But other than that, I know the west coast of Florida got hit pretty bad. But let's see. Smash the like, Spurs. What's up, man? Can you actually onboard a 4090 on FluxCore and get rented and paid? I believe so. I honestly have not been as active as I want to be with it. Yeah, I mean, I set it all up with FluxCore with their alpha. I set the machine up, got everything going, and since then, honestly, I haven't really been messing around with it. I do still have all my stuff on Vast, so that's actually been doing great. The 4090s on Vast are doing great, no complaints. But I did consolidate them down into like 8 card rigs, so that probably has something to do with it,
Yeah.
But yeah, just busy 3 weeks. BTC Nashville was sick though. Had a really good time there. Missed out on Disrupt. I know we've talked about that, but Nashville was great. I mean, it's a whole different experience other than because you see like the huge players there, right? Not that Terra's not a huge player, but we had they had Core Scientific there, Marathon Digital, Riot, some other companies, and it's kind of cool seeing where these guys are pivoting, where they're going, and everything like that. So
right,
there were a lot of I'm sure some of you guys know I was a tax attorney before this. I dabble in the taxes, but there were like some groups there that it literally just said tax avoidance, like a big sign that says tax avoidance. I was like, wow,
that's legal.
But
that's 100% legal.
Like,
you definitely want to use them.
Well, I
take the money for the.
I don't think they're like CPAs or attorneys, so I actually think they can advertise like that.
They can't be unless they want to lose their license.
Yeah, I don't think that they can advertise like that unless they were just, I don't know. But it was kind of funny seeing that.
It's crazy.
Hobbyist Miner, what's up, man? Rocking the slick, good-looking hair tonight. Yeah, thanks. I've been busting it today in the data center, so got to make sure that it's aerodynamic for when the servers are shooting towards me. My hair doesn't get in my eyes. It's like a tunnel. So. But Retro Mike, what's up, man? Yeah, I saw Retro Mike a good amount there. I wish we hung out more, Retro Mike, because I thought we were going to have like more nights where it was kind of just like relaxing, you know what I mean? But it seems like every night there was like something, you know what I mean? It was just like constant. And just talking to tons of people. But we actually we met, or I met this guy. I don't know if the rest of the team met him, but it was like at a Can-Am thing. He was actually in Missouri, and he works for like a German company that does like fertilizer or something like that, like the processed fertilizer, but it's like thousands of acres, right? And they were like wanting to use hydro cooling for Bitcoin mining and other ASIC mining that can utilize hydro and use it to heat up the water like during the winter and stuff like that. It's actually pretty cool. And they were all off grid though, and they have like huge solar farm. He was talking like gigawatts of stuff. It was crazy. Tax avoidance equals IRS undercover. Yeah, I was just waiting for a bus to like run in there. No,
imagine. But there was like some really big players that were there too, right? Like who showed up there?
Yeah.
At BTC.
Well, the big guys, like the publicly traded ones, were Riot, Marathon, and Core Scientific, and they just had some really cool stuff. You know what I mean? Like I feel like with Terra, I've been just so hyper focused on like running a business, right? Not so much I haven't been as involved as I was with GPURisers with like knowing what people are mining, what's required, the different card, new cards coming out, the sizes of those cards. Like I'm been just so on like it's been hard to stay in the loop. Yeah, that's the best way to put it. And but at BTC Nashville, like I kind of got caught up on a lot of stuff and seeing what the R&D that these companies are spending money on, because a lot of them, these public companies, they went public and it's a whole nother round of funding that they got. And some of them are worth like billions of dollars. Marathon, I think, is $6 billion, their market cap. Probably not after this past week, but still, it's billions. And they had a stage 2, not immersion. What was it? I think it was stage 2 immersion, which was really, really interesting. Where they used, like, instead of immersion, right, Dave? Like these mineral oil tanks that you sit in, and like the whole. I never really got into it because. It's just I kept thinking about this thing in my garage and the warehouse when I had the bunker.
Pros and cons, right? The pros, it's a great system. There's no noise, there's nothing. You're good to go, right? The con, if you gotta fucking repair the thing, you're in trouble. So think about it. You got to take it out of this liquid, and it all has to get cleaned out.
Yeah.
The pro, you could buy my cables, and they go into this liquid, and they don't solidify. So that's pretty cool. That's the only reason why I know a little bit about it, is because I had a customer and I was like, well, I'm not really sure. I know that this is rated for this and that. It goes under fire and all this testing in the United States, yada yada. But I don't know what type of material you guys, what you're using, because some of the stuff you use bad crap, it'll ruin the ASIC miner as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's the only reason why I know a little bit about it. That's all.
And the hobbyists point out the stage 2 uses water towers for heat disbursement. The oil stays in the bath with the ASIC. Yeah, that's the best way to put it. Hobbyist but I've never seen it like that, right? Where like heats up to a certain point and it evaporates, and then it evaporates up into the chamber, however it's designed, then back through a radiator, and it drips through like that. But it's like a all-in-one unit. It was crazy seeing it. And apparently it's not like mineral oil that they use for it. It's more of like a rubbing alcohol. You know what I mean? So it's easier to clean and everything like that.
What I was saying before with like the other stuff.
Yeah. It's crazy. What is this? Retro Mike, you're saying, or Crypto Craig, how was the Can-Am special event? Honestly, Crypto Craig, I went there for, I was with the guys there. We talked to, I don't know, some guy for a little bit. I don't even know what it was. They had these meatballs there that were great. So I was like hyper focused on the meatballs. But and what do they have? Empanadas, I think. But it was, I didn't really talk to any of the Can-Am guys, but that's where I met the fertilizer guy that was in Missouri. So that whole idea was cool. Just like I love the idea of like the byproducts of this. I know Goat, I think you mentioned, so they grow weed. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to that. We were talking about like greenhouses and like throwing this idea around at Terra for over a year. Like, what could we use for, like for the byproduct, right? So greenhouses, I mean, sure, I'd love to do it.
There's a lot of ways.
Basically, they say don't file the form that has the crypto assets question. If you file and say yes, then you're prone to audit. If you file and say no, you're lying. Oh, that's what they say. Yeah. Well, yeah, I could just tell by the tent. It was like a bunch of geniuses together into like one group. But yeah, I mean, those types of companies are a little bit sketchy, or a lot of bit sketchy, I guess you could say. But just let it dry. What's up, Hawk? Mr. Hawk Crypto Mining. Hobbyist miner. I had an S19 XP hash board sent for repair. Learned a lot about how these repair places has to clean the entire boards before touching it. Yeah, I assume they use like those little electromagnetic. It's not electromagnetic. What are they called, Dave? Like the little a bath. It's like a hash board bath. What's that called? What's the engineer word term for that thing? Jacuzzi. Electronic
bath.
Jacuzzi bath. There it is.
Jacuzzi bath. The jacuzzi bath for your ASIC mining cleaner.
Yeah, that's the technical term, I think. Yeah, I don't want to get too technical with you guys, so
we'll just God.
Kind of like distillery, then whiskey ASICs. Love it. Yeah, we were actually just talking about that too, because we were we were talking with a distillery, like real, like 10,000 foot level, right? But like the ASIC and the byproduct of the machines aren't enough to distill, right? Like, because these things get really, really hot. But it brings the ambient temperature of the room where they're bringing the water and distillery, the whole thing up to temperature. If the ambience or the ambient temperature in the room is the ambience. I'm sorry, I'm so delusional today. I'm tired, but
I love
like
it.
if they don't, they have to. So many places have to pay for heat, right? Which like it's kind of just been like blowing my mind like the past like year or two looking into it, because I've been living in Florida my whole life, right? Like I stay away from the cold, but like these places that do distill, when they do distilling, they got to keep the temperature up. You know what I mean? And it just saves that much electricity having an ambient temp that's higher. And then they could start getting, go instead of going from like 35 degrees inside, they could start from like 80 or 90. So it's
Did you read it? So Hawk wanted to make sure that you knew the name. The ultrasonic.
Yeah. I prefer electronic jacuzzi.
Yep.
Yeah.
That cleans your ASIC mining needs. electronicjacuzzi.com. Look it up, guys. Oh god, don't look that up.
Can-An event sucked. LOL. Yeah, honestly, I was so out of place there. I'm like, I know that you guys make these machines, and I know they're loud, but not as loud. I know that they're like the not as loud bit mains, but other than that, like I said, I did not know a whole lot about Can-An. I've heard of them for years, right? I didn't even know that they had the quiet versions of them out. You know what I mean? Or like what is still like 3,500 watts, but it's doesn't have those crazy fans on them. The fluid kills the machine on time. Yeah. Oh, Mr. Red Panda Mining, what's up, man?
Panda's in
the V bros. I need the V. This staying in Veteran Miner, yeah. Never heard of that before. But
we have our new names. We have our special names for a lot of things.
Yeah. But Mr. King, Terra Bourbon coming soon. It is. I don't want to mention anything. King. But yeah. So there may be something. I don't know. We're working on it. A lot of different things. Smash the likes, bro. Add freezers, cold storage, drop a heat pump in the box, and use miners to freeze. Yeah. And
I guess when winter comes, though, it's going to be good. So let's just say like a lot of things aren't profitable. People are going to use them as the space heaters, and they can get a little bit of coin too. So that'll work out.
Yeah.
But let's not not get to winter too quick. Before it's 2025 already, man. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Speaking about 2025, one moment. Did you see that? I got a thing on Eventbrite, right? March 2025.
Actually, yeah. Mike just told me about that for Disrupt. Yeah.
So March of 20. That's soon, dude.
Yeah.
Like before it was like June, then it was July last year, then it was June. Before you know, it's gonna be fucking January when CES is coming. CES is every year, right? Every year in January.
Oh yeah, I think it's the same time in
same
Vegas
place,
every year.
same time. Are you going to CES again? I don't want to. I don't like Vegas.
Probably, but
I don't like Vegas. Vegas.
But the thing is, when we went to CES, it was so like you can't go to CES and see everything. Like, and that's something I think we didn't go into it last year thinking that. We were like, oh, we'll hit this, we'll hit that. But like once you realize it's not like the convention center, it's like literally like
everywhere.
Vegas. Yeah, it's just it's too much. So I think I'll go, but I think I'll go for like one day. You know what I mean? Like I'll go strictly just for like, the AI side, for Terra Compute, like that whole.
How many days were we there for? Were we there for a week or like 3 or 4 days? I forgot.
We were there for the whole thing, like 4 days or 5 days.
Really?
I think it was 5 days. I think it was 4 nights, 5 days that we were there. That was too much because every day we're like, oh, where are we? Where are we going? Where's this? What's that? It was just like
I set appointments up, but didn't get much out of it. But now, like the website is established now, so maybe it might be a different. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I mean, January is definitely around the corner, but.
Yeah, I would much rather go to like the NVIDIA conference. Was it called GTC or something? I don't remember what it is, but I think that would be more up like my alley. You know what I mean? Because CES is not a crypto event by any means. No. You know what I mean? It's almost like it's like saying Voldemort at like Hogwarts when you're at CES and you mention crypto. It's like it's just not not great. So,
It's not
but there are a lot of companies that are. I think it's good
AI.
for like people to see the AI side, right? Because
Yeah.
it's like we've been so involved, and that's really what I've been doing a lot with Terra, other than operations, like the whole AI side of this stuff, and like, I think that's kind of why you would go, finding people that
Right.
need compute and kind of cutting out middlemen like Vast and like these other platforms and stuff like that. So
Yeah, it's true. I
but
agree.
but yeah, it was Mike saying we are moving forward with the deal for Can-Am. So it was for me and Frank. Are you saying the event, Mike, was for you and Frank? They threw a whole event for you guys? But I just went for the meatballs, Mike. Those were good meatballs there. But yeah, I'm trying to catch up on all that.
That's right, Can-Am. I'm working with them. It's just man, they designed that USB-C cable. It's just complete ass.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking to them. I'm getting something else. It's just the USB-C cable that I have to use. Not cable, the USB-C adapter I have to use. It's just it's very, very hard to get. It's very specific. It's not just a regular USB-C. If not, I have to like use I don't know if you guys can see it. I have my microscope there in the background for doing like videos and stuff like that to show you guys exactly like a breakdown. So I have to use that if I have to solder a couple of connections just to make this work, because believe it or not, they put memory in the little laptop bricks to make them work. And so it shows that it doesn't have the right charger when I put my system on there, when I put my whole setup on there. But I don't know. We're getting it. But just trying to get another option for everybody.
Yeah.
So, okay, BTC, you didn't go to the Litecoin event. You missed that. You went to the Flux event.
Yeah. And that was BTC Nashville overall was good. It was good to just, like I said, see what like other companies are doing, where they're pivoting and stuff like that. Like Marathon, I think is probably in the worst position if I had to bet. They're the ones that like double down on Caspa miners, and I know I'm not. It's not that I'm not a fan of Caspa. It's just like I see like companies that aren't diversifying, that have like this infrastructure, as like they're not keeping up with not keeping up. They're missing an opportunity and some, just diversifying their businesses, because they have a shit ton of power, and assuming they have good internet, you know what I mean? They should migrate a little bit over to AI and other things, but Marathon's not. They're kind of just doubling down. Core Scientific is doing that. They have like a whole AI division and stuff like that. So I tried to talk to them for a while about it. We talked to Foundry about pools, like mining pools, not like the swimming jacuzzis that you clean the electronics in, but talked to those guys about their mining pool for a while, seeing how they went, and stuff like that. So it was interesting. It was good. Just meeting people, like I said, it's a different crowd than the mining crowd. And I wanted to see both. Like I wanted both, right? Like, and that's why I think Disrupt. I really wish I could have gone to Disrupt, but the mining crowd at BTC Nashville was definitely more, I would say, B2B rather than like consumer. We met a lot of good,
of course,
companies that make like hardware and stuff, like not like the ASIC stuff, but like the actual hardware for like facilities like we're building. So it was interesting. It was really cool. And like I said, meeting a lot of people that you never know who you're going to meet, right? Like I know a joke, I went to get meatballs at the Can-Am event, but I didn't really care about anything there. I just wanted to see who's also in the room, right? You know what I mean? And getting into those things, you talk to these other people, and that's where I met this guy that's in Missouri that does fertilizer and processes fertilizer. So you never know, right? You might as well talk to everyone
while you're having your meatballs.
Yeah, exactly. And let's see, we went out one night. We were hanging out with the Coastal Crypto guys. I think it's Mark and John.
Yeah, they were there too.
Yeah, we had a really good time with them. Great guys.
Nice.
It's good to see them too, because it's kind of like, I feel like we're like a lot of like the same. You know what I mean? We could kind of joke from like a business standpoint, like about problems and like just things. And it's like it's nice to have people there that can kind of like relate to the same issues. So that was a lot of fun. But yeah, Mr. Homebrew Crypto, the key to a successful pool is market the heck out of a zero pool fees until Bitcoin hits 100K. Isn't that what Pegapool did? I think last year.
They tried to do.
Yeah.
They're gone now. So.
Yeah, the pools are like an interesting topic. We spoke with Foundry about it because I still believe that, like, you know, if you're a pool operator, you are like a custodian, right? Like you have fiduciary duties and you have all these things because whether you're managing it like directly or indirectly because it's on the blockchain and it auto distributes or whatever. It's like, at the end of the day, just my legal opinion, I still think you're like managing the money, right? So we spoke to Foundry about that. None of their legal guys were there, but we did speak to one guy who gave us some good insight. But I still think I'm going to reach out to their legal team and kind of talk to them about it, right? Because that's a huge thing with KYC, and I know the crypto community, and I'm the same way, right? Like I'm very like pro like self-custody, very pro being able to be anonymous and transact anonymously. Like I think that, you know, if you're transacting, you know, I'm a big cash guy, you know what I mean? Like I don't think that the government needs to know every transaction that you do, only if it's with them. But the reason I'm saying that is if you have a fiduciary duty and you're managing money, whether it's crypto or whatever, you have to have like some sort of KYC, right? And it's how much KYC do you need? Like, do you need a full address? Do you need an ID? You know, Foundry uses like you have to upload your ID and stuff like that. Like, it's not just what your name is. So where's the thing? And it's such a gray area, right? Because like the IRS and you know, a lot of these agencies, these alphabet agencies, you know, they're it's not that they're stupid. They're just like there's so much regulation, right? And like so much red tape with stuff. And most of it's ran by just dinosaurs that honestly don't know that they exist. And so nothing kind of gets done, and like laws don't get passed, rules don't get passed. You don't even get opinions from anything legal on this stuff usually. So I think the next big thing would probably be people coming after like pools and stuff like that. That's just my opinion. So long story short, I'm trying to learn about that because it is a very interesting topic and there's not really a whole lot of stuff out there on it. It's kind of like you just don't want to be be the example that they make. You know what I mean? You don't want to be the company.
Mike, really quick, Brandon Coin, $5 super chat. Thank you, Brandon Coin. Mining Disrupt was lit. Need you there next year, Vistang.
Thanks, Brandon. Yeah, I'm still so jealous and salty at the same time. Like I wish I could have gone, but me and Frank had to fly out. So next year for sure. I was talking to Mike a little earlier. I don't know what we're doing for it, but I can't believe it's in March. Like that's crazy. I just assumed that the guy running it just was like, this is the cheapest day, so this is what we're doing.
What date is it?
But
in March?
I don't know. I mean, I think March is a better choice because it
depends on the
actually
date,
no,
Mike.
it's chaos because it's gonna be spring break down here. You
Jesus.
know, the whole month of March is spring break for college.
$1,000 for my plane ticket now.
Yeah, but the weather will be really good. I mean, that's the good thing. You know, in June it's like going outside is unbearable. But
going outside in Miami any time of the year is unbearable.
Yeah.
Let's see here. What's the dates? Jesus.
Pegapool gave out way too much pizza, went bust. Yeah, Crypto Craig, at least me and Dave,
oh god,
we ate like a whole pizza every day. Mr. Red Panda Mining. Pegapool paid me $3,000 to advertise for a video and told me to wait and then went bankrupt. It's the art of the deal, Panda. Art of the deal.
Is what it is.
Shitty, though. I wonder how much I guess it was a 0%, or were they actually making money? Because I know some of these pools like put the fees elsewhere. You know, they're little sneaky snakes. But maybe Pegapool was just doing the Uber model where they're like, we don't know if we'll ever be profitable. We have no idea, but we have a tech company.
Well, those dates right now that they have, I might not be able to make it. So
25th to the 27th.
Yeah. So we'll see. We will see.
Let's see, Crypto Craig. Foundry's full KYC, and most large pools are. If you load up enough hash rate, they will want KYC. Yeah, I honestly don't blame them on it. I get why. You know what I mean? Like I said, we spoke with one guy there, but I don't know if he knew what he was talking about, or he was just just saying it to say it. But because they basically said that you don't need KYC, they just do it for some reason. And I was like, okay, that doesn't make any sense. But I think it's because, like, if a pool is targeted, it's going to be Foundry, right? Like, they're the largest, from my understanding. So,
yeah.
But Retro Mike, ban all pools. Let's go back to decentralization, solo mining only. Yeah. March 25th to the 27th. Yeah, that's what it is. Retro Mike, I'll be in Florida in February. I know why I'm going back in March. Yeah, I don't know. It's such a weird. I don't know why it's that soon. Like I said, it's probably just the cheapest thing. It's but maybe I'll take the bus to Miami. Flights will be nice. What's up, Max? I'm from Pegapool and I need that money back. There's no requirements for operating a pool yet. That's I don't know. I call bullshit on that. I mean, I know that there's no requirements, but there's duties that you have to maintain, right? And that's where I feel like people will get screwed, right? It just because they don't have the rules there and like guidelines on how to do it, on what you need, then it doesn't mean that you still can't be held liable for something. So, Foundry's full KYC. They want everything business-wise and personal. Yeah. There isn't, Mike, nothing, all opinions based on fear. I don't know what you're talking about, Mike. But yeah, I mean, you can be, just because there's not like guidelines, Mike, doesn't mean that you can't be found liable for stuff and you can't get sued and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And this is such like an emerging market. And like I said, I know the government is way behind on everything, but yeah, no, I know you're talking about the pool, but I think it's, that's why I don't know what it was called. I used to do them when I was practicing, but it's basically like where you can ask a taxing agency or a regulatory agency. Like I did this as a lawyer, right? Like I would send letters to these agencies and it would say like, basically you give them facts, right? Like, hey, and it's always like one of your clients, right? But it's like, hey, ABC LLC has this problem. Or not this problem. ABC LLC is operating like this. They sell widgets to, John Smith, and they collect this and they remit this. Like, is this considered a service? Is this, is there any fiduciary duties? Blah, blah, blah. You like put a whole fact pattern out, and then that agency will answer that fact pattern. And then if your client is ever like in trouble or something by operating like that, you can use that as like, hey, we went by your guidelines on this. You know what I mean? I don't know the right term for it. It's different for every regulatory authority and stuff like that. But there's a way to do it, and I'll probably write one and draft one up to the agencies that are involved. And that's kind of what's nice, right? Like, I know the government's so slow with everything, but if you write an agency about that and it's not the correct agency and they're like, hey, we don't really deal with this, they'll like point you in the right direction, which is kind of cool. So that's a whole bunch of fun, Dave. I'm sure those guys, the tax avoidance guys, I'm sure probably do that too. Yeah, they probably do. It's probably all ex-IRS people that work for them. But there aren't rules, but the second regulation sets around custody, all pools will be screwed. Yeah, I mean, like I said, if I had to argue for the other guys, which I would never, but if I had to argue for them, like against pools, I would say that they're custodians.
So I think
we need Terra Caspa pool.
So
I want pools. I want pools so bad. I think it's so cool, and I think the crypto community could really have like a strong pool that's fully transparent, full everything. And it's not even like because I know it's, of course, Terra's a business, right? Like a for-profit company. Not right now, but it's one day we aspire to be for profit. For the pools, I think it would be neat just in the idea of having like the full transparency side of it, but also having like stable pools, here in the US, right? I think that's nice because a lot of customers or clients, sometimes they just are on like these awful pools that like randomly just go down and stuff like that. And it's not just like these random coins for GPU mining. Sometimes it's like these ASIC pools too that you wouldn't think, have issues, but they do. It's
Mike, really quick, I need to put this. So this video, I need you guys to comment COC. That's it. Just comment COC for Cats of Crypto. You can have 1K from Travelers. Is going to give us 1K of the coin of Cats of Crypto. Okay. Let me pin this message. I'm going to do it for, what time is it now? It's 9:10. I'm going to do it 9:15. 100K. Travels is giving Cats of Crypto 100K. Cats of Crypto, okay? So this is a giveaway for tonight. If you guys didn't know, this was for our brother, Overboard Tech, that unfortunately passed away, and that's that basically. So 5 minutes. It's 9:10. It is pinned. Just put COC. Rest in peace, Overboard Tech. And that will be the giveaway for tonight from Travelers. So we'll do everything, and I'll link you up with him so you can get the wallet and take care of all that. Okay, good. 5 minutes. That's it. I'm stern. It's 4 more minutes. We're gonna do that. Okay.
Nelson's Crypto. I would 100 use a Terra pool for everything. Just saying, yeah. I think it'd be cool. Like I said,
right? You guys are the face.
Yeah.
You're a face in the community. So it's
we would be super transparent with everything, right, and stuff like that, and you would know what you're getting into. And Panda saying big pools make bank. Yeah, they do. I mean, when you think about it, 1%, right? Like, I know those all those the Ethermine guys made a ton. The miners, Claymore guys, made a lot until Nice Hash found them or something. I don't know. Conspiracy theory, tinfoil hat. Geek of all trades, Terra Pool is 501c3. Think of the tax benefits. Oh yeah, it's not a non-profit pool. I need to do some research before I think we can really dive into it. It's not like a priority at Terra right now. It's just it's I don't want to say that like anyone that gets into these things have targets on their back, right? And like I don't want to say that we would upset other pool operators or anything like that, but it can happen. And I have to, I always think of it from the legal side, right? Like, what's our due diligence, right? There's no guidelines. There's no, set rules that we have to abide by. From what we know, there might actually be, and the Foundry guys just don't know. I don't know, but we just have to do due diligence and everything. And I think doing it the way I mentioned, where you actually contact the agencies, is the best route. But we have so much going on right now that honestly, it's kind of just a thought in the back. It's on the back burner right now. It's slow cooking. It's in the slow cooker. I think
it's just another thing just to add to the list, Mike.
Yeah.
Basically.
Vinny Del Greco. I think it should be labeled as terrible pool. Everybody would. I think that's actually a good idea. I like that. I like that a lot.
Nice. So you guys didn't know this. Who you're commenting on is Retro Mike Tech. So, and if you're not subscribed,
what the video?
You need to subscribe. Yeah, the video is Retro Mike Tech. Yeah. So I didn't explain that, but I shouldn't have to. It's fine.
Yeah.
Just comment on it.
Yeah. CCC. Make sure you're 24/7 support for the pool. Yeah. Different time zones, right?
Damn it, Dave. Retro, right? It's makes sense. So yeah, comment on his. I just picked his last one. I think he's doing a lot of live, and then this was the last video. It looks like that he did. Not sure. Doesn't matter. Just comment on it. But I guess what else in business? I would say that a content creator reached out to me, and he's gave me an idea. He was like, you could probably make this and make this better. So it's something I have in the works, but I just got so many small projects that I've been working on ever since I got back from Mining Disrupt, and I haven't accomplished any of them. So I've been doing, making cables for customers and special cables for customers and everything else. I just haven't had time. I have so many videos I'm supposed to make. Once again, yada yada. I have the new box. I have the branded box. That's pretty cool. The Mini Doge 3 Plus. I'm going to do a video on that in comparison of the regular Mini Doge. But check this out, man. Look, I finally made it, guys. Oh, it's on both sides. I didn't even see that. Look at this.
What is that thing?
My logo's on the Mini Doge 3 Plus.
Oh, I see it. Yeah.
Have a logo on there.
Oh, it's like a script miner.
Sick, dude. Yeah, look at that. So I'm gonna do a video. It says Veteran on top there. So I'm gonna do a video on that.
Nice.
And then I do videos a whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
Who was that? Stop the. Man, that was me, bro. So be hating, Mike. Mike got the same box.
No mining pool. I learned my lesson. Yeah, it's I don't know. I don't want to talk too much about the pools because we have a lot internally to talk about it. We just gotta go the right way with it. You know what I mean? And like I said, it's like on the back burner. Like we're not going to be doing anything anytime soon. But it is something. Like I think the Bitcoin pools, the Litecoin, Doge pools, Caspa, like the big ones are cool. But I think it would also be cool to, kind of get into like the small cap coin pools and stuff like that. It's but that would just be even more difficult to set up, right? Like it would have to.
It's a lot of work.
There's just so much.
It's a lot of work.
It's a lot, and there's like so many moving pieces. So.
If people think it's a lot of work of me making cables, imagine keeping a pool up and running.
Yeah. I mean, it's like I said,
Mike can tell you, King can tell you, it's more than I would want to handle. That's for sure.
Yeah.
But like I said, if you have the infrastructure and you're able to do it, it'll be great. You guys have the face. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
yeah,
that would be pretty cool.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, it's just that. But other than BTC Nashville, what happened last week? Missouri. I was in Missouri. Can't talk about that. That's G14 classified.
14. Interesting.
G15. I don't know. What's the high one? Is it 14 or 15? Is it G or GS? I don't know. But I don't know. But yeah, I can't talk. That was a lot though. That was
talk about
stressful.
it.
G14. I thought it was. Is that the GS like schedule? General schedule? Not general like that, but like
GS would be like your type of civilian GS level that you would be in the military.
Oh, non-military.
Yeah.
Oh, so it'd be non-military. Okay. Yeah. But yeah, it's
All right, I'm over the. Hold on 1 second. I'm over the 5 minutes. Just to let you guys know.
Let's do that.
But Mike is saying something right now, so we're just gonna let him finish his thought. But after this, if you did not comment, you snooze, you lose. That's it. I'm being very firm tonight. We got to make this happen.
But yeah, that was a long couple days in Missouri.
Yeah,
but it's going good. We have a lot of exciting stuff going on.
Moving forward, right?
Exactly. It's just a lot, but all good. And then when I was there, I think I was there for 4 days. Got back. I think it just so happens on Wednesdays I'm like out. You know what I mean? I was out of town Wednesday to Saturday last week. The week before that, it was Wednesday to Saturday actually, or Sunday. I can't remember when we left Nashville. It might have been Sunday. And then this week, I just got to Melbourne today, and I'm leaving tomorrow. So. Should be done with most of the stuff tomorrow. A lot of fun stuff happening. I wish I could talk more about what we're doing at the data center in Melbourne.
Talk about it. I'm just kidding. I'm joking.
Well, I can't. I'll have some pictures and stuff like that. I'll post on Twitter tomorrow and stuff like that. Just a couple things.
Travelers, I appreciate you doing the giveaway. Not a problem, brother. I appreciate it.
But yeah, some exciting stuff. So. Getting ready for the future. But
all right, so let's do the giveaway really quick. Let me pop this up really quick.
Need me to do anything?
No. I'm gonna pop. Can you guys see it? Should be able to see it. You guys see it?
I can see it.
Do you see it?
Oh yeah.
All right. So
I'm on StreamYard. I'm like, no, I can't see anything.
Filter. We're gonna filter duplicates, and let's see what we have here. He has full screen, so we can just do everything. So that's 15. All right. So we're gonna do it right here, live, guys. 3, 2, 1. Here we go.
I can watch it up here on the TV. I have it on the TV.
Here we go. Homebrew Crypto. Congratulations. So.
Oh wow, he's here.
Yeah. So Homebrew Crypto. I'll get you
Nice.
linked up with Travelers unless you're friends with him already. Not sure, but congrats, and we'll get that situated. Both of you guys DM me because I'm friends with you. Then I could put you in it. I could just put you together. I'll put you guys together. So that's it. Nice.
Do we get 1% like a pool off the top? Do we get 1%?
1.5.
Operating the giveaway.
Yeah, the operations.
But congrats, man.
Congrats, man.
Crypto.
Nice.
2%.
That was easy.
But,
so yeah, congrats. Actually, you know what? Let me just get up on. Let me do this right now because I'm always Here we go.
Travelers Travels, send me your address. And I appreciate it, Travelers Travels. I don't have it. It's Solana, right? I don't have a Solana address. Just give it to. I guess we can do another giveaway if you want to give more away.
Just give me 1 second. Let me just add these guys together really quick.
I appreciate it though. Is it Solana? What you just said? It's kind of like the ERC20 tokens, right? That's how far away I am from all of this. That's how behind I am.
It's through Solana. Hold on.
Yeah.
Well, actually, you can talk, Mike. I need to add these guys together.
Yeah,
really
Solana. Quick. Mining King Frank sent over some designs for Terra GPU. Let me know when you're done with the design. Is that what? What are you talking about, Mike? The back thing? I have them up here. I brought them up. But yeah, markets have been doing awful. Every market has been doing awful though. Oh, you know what's cool? I have something cool. Instead of talking about bad markets, right? It's a joke. No, we do have them, Mike. I don't. Did I? Designs for Terra GPU. Let me know when you're done. Oh, you're saying like the full GPU. Oh, well, we have actually the. I'll post a picture tomorrow. It's not a GPU, but it's something cool that Frank designed. Yeah, the back plates. So I'm gonna. Sadly, I can't use it on the extra one that we have, but I'll figure it out. But yeah, doing a lot of testing with that. Instead of the markets, what was I going to say? I get so distracted. Mike always texts. He instead of a sentence, he just does like 5 different chats. It's like how you text. I actually text like that too, so I can't really talk a whole lot of shit. But
sometimes you just do though. I know, like I'll read them, but like, why did I just send him like 3 different texts when I could just send it in a sentence? Hey, what's going on? How you doing?
Yeah, Mike just spams the there it is. Like Mike starts off a text to me every day at 11:30. I get either a call or a text from Mike, and it starts with the word Mike. It's just Mike, and then it's another text that is like the summary of the text after that. It's the same thing, but I kind of text like that too. But what was I going to say? Oh, have you guys? I'm just wondering, you guys in the chat, have you guys ever heard of what's it called? Arkham? It's like a what is it? Oh, this is actually a guy in BTC Nashville. Not Arkham. I know. Look at me. I'm talking about a million different things, but this guy is Frank in the chat. I wish Frank was here. I could text him, but there's this guy at BTC Nashville that had a Vinny Del Greco Batman. Yeah, pretty much. But no, there's this guy who had like this website at BTC Nashville. Retro Mike, maybe you might know if you saw him. He was on like the other side by like the tax avoidance guys. But he had a website that did like charts. It was basically just an all charting website where it could have compare Bitcoin's hash rate with the price and like different pivotal points, and like it would also map out whenever there was like a correlation in it. And I know a lot of this stuff is free online, but this website that this guy had like really cool just charts. It was really cool. It was like $20 a month or something. But Retro Mike Tech, Arkham tracks on-chain activity. Yeah, that was something else, because I was actually searching for this guy's website, and then I found Arkham, which had nothing to do with market correlations or anything like that. But I thought Arkham was really cool because I've only read articles, right? Like, like you said, BlackRock, or what's Michael Saylor's thing? MicroStrategy. Is it MicroStrategy? But it shows like
MicroStrategy.
are these guys selling? If they're not selling,
Right.
are they buying more? And like it tracks all of it because the blockchains are open, right? Very cool. It's all transparent and stuff like that. But I thought it was really neat. And they have like bounties and stuff on there, so super cool. If anyone's interested in like looking up large accounts, I think the U.S. government's in there, has a couple $1 billion worth of Bitcoin that they got. But yeah, no, this guy's thing, I can't remember what it was. What was it? It was a cool website though. I mentioned it to the other guys, I think, while we were there. But it was interesting. Frank mentioned like before there was ever like a price drop or something in Bitcoin, like about 6 hours prior to that, there's a real large drop in hash rate, which means miners are getting pulled off and more supply is coming onto the market to sell, right? So if that happens enough time, because I really like him into like finance, really into like that side of business and into analytics and correlations, and that's probably why I like conspiracy theories so much. But that's what this website does, is it finds correlations like that, right? Like, is it if the hash rate drops off for 6 hours and then all of a sudden there's a big drop in Bitcoin, if that happens and you can find a pattern with that, right? Then you can kind of, I don't want to say bet on the market. I know everyone does that, right? But you can make educated predictions, I guess you could say, on some of the stuff. I don't know if that's the right way to say it, but it was just really cool. It was cool because you could change the charts, you can add charts, you can add all these different things. It's just a really cool tool. This kid, not kid, he's probably in his 30s like I am, but very cool stuff. Trading Different looks to be a good platform. I got in their partner program at BTC. They track cost and mint and other things. Let me see if that's it. Trading Different. Trading. No, it wasn't that. Man, now I'm going to have to look it up. BTC Nashville.
What are you looking up?
This one kid's company, not kid, I keep saying that. He's a young guy. He's younger than I think he might have been in his 20s.
He's a year younger. This
no,
kid.
Just really,
this freaking kid.
Really cool, cool stuff. BTC Nashville conference.
He owns a company?
Yeah, it's like a website though. He runs like a website, and but the website is like, how do you see anything? Why are these like conference websites are always like, I'm not gonna say anything. They're just not great. Conference company. I don't know. I'm gonna have to bug Frank about it. Frank knows. I have the VIP account on Trading Different if you want to see it. Yeah, I want to check it out because it might be a lot like this one, Retro Mike. This one was like very just user friendly. That's what I loved about it. I don't know anything about Trading Different, but I assume it's good. But yeah, the data points are cool. Crypto Craig, very cool data points and charts. Yeah, it's just finding your own kind of correlations and why, and then you can kind of see why, how these, or not why, but how these companies are operating. You know what I mean? And you could time the market if you want to, or you could, how do I open this? Why is this? I'm on my Mac. I don't even know. There it is. Okay. All right. But, yeah, that was cool. I'm trying to think of some of the other stuff. That was just, I don't want to say it was big. BTC Nashville was actually a lot smaller than I thought it was going to be. Not in a bad way by any means.
Like the facility was small?
No, it was big. Like the facility was large, but like the amount of companies there, I just expected more.
Top tier?
You know what I mean? Or
like what? You have to be top tier though. Like just to even have a little spot, dude.
Yeah, I think so. I don't mean in a bad way. Like I expected more. Like it's bad. There should have been more. Like I really like it that it was consolidated, right? Like the people that were there was good. Mike's saying 150 companies. Yeah, it didn't feel overwhelming. You know what I mean? And maybe that's because I didn't go to Disrupt this year. I don't know how many people were at Disrupt, but
well, Disrupt's not that big, so I mean, if you take your time, you can go through every single booth.
Yeah.
I mean, Mike, when we went to CES, we were just in one spot. Remember when we were at CES downstairs in the basement, and there was like a million freaking booths there, and then we went to like the other side and did this another side and another side, and just a basement in one little area. That's overwhelming. This is too much going on over there.
Yeah.
But CES just
this was.
I mean, Mighty Disrupt. There was more people around. That's all.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like this was. I'm comparing it to like last year's Mighty Disrupt, Dave, but it was just right. I think like that's how it felt, at least to me. It was. I remember Mighty Disrupt last year had like just a bunch of, I don't want to say garbage, but there was just a lot of fluff. You know what I mean? A lot of Chinese stuff everywhere. Whereas this, I feel like the Chinese companies that were here at BTC Nashville it was consolidated. Like it wasn't rampant everywhere. I don't know. There was a lot more of like a Bitcoin is in the United States, like North America. That's what it is. Yeah. And a lot of North American companies. You know what I mean? And I just didn't get that sense at Disrupt last year. Mighty Disrupt's always smaller, but I think next year will be huge. Yeah, I mean,
it's like 1,000,000 something square feet at that new thing. I don't know how much they're going to rent out, but there's like 1 million at Broward County Convention Center or something like that. Yeah, it's like 1,000,000 something square feet. That's a hell of a lot more than Mighty Disrupt, bro. Yeah. And I'm sure the hotels, they don't have mold in them.
Yeah.
Just saying. But that's cool, though. Yeah. I mean, there's a lot going on, I guess, for next year already, soon, earlier. So that's a plus. Besides that, that's all I got, Mike, for the night. What about you?
Yeah, no, just kind of talking about the past couple of weeks. But NTL Crypto saying, do you still use Lumen at your data center for internet? I hear they are trying to get into AI companies. Yes, we do. We actually had a meeting with them today. Me and King had I think it was a good meeting, King, right? Just talking about some different stuff. Lumen is getting some big contracts, right? Like I actually I bought Lumen stock a little over a year ago, and I sold it 2 months ago at like its all-time lows, and now it's jumped up like 4 times the past like month. So I'm super sour about that. But
I remember a conversation about that. I was like, no.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's the thing is like when I invest in companies, I often do a lot of research, and that's what kind of pisses me off about Lumen is like I was right about it. You know what I mean? And like I should have held it, but I didn't. But hey, you can't win them all. You know what I mean? But they finally are doing well. I was looking at Lumen's like balance sheets when over a year ago when we first did it. I always look at the financials of these companies, and Lumen had like tons of like long-term debt. Like tons of long-term debt. And when I first was getting into this stuff, I was like, you know, what are they doing? Are they just taking out loans, trying to grow? What are they doing? You know, and then I looked, and they were just taking out massive loans for, you know, putting fiber everywhere. And I feel like Wall Street and these, you know, these companies that do all the ratings, you know, their analysts and stuff like that, they were just kind of, not that they didn't anticipate or group them up with the AI companies, but they were grouping them with companies that also had that much debt, and they were putting that much or that much long-term debt on their balance sheets for investing and stuff in infrastructure, and they weren't putting Lumen in with that category, so they kept like hammering the stock down. Now these larger companies are just buying these companies, right? Not saying there's going to be any company that buys Lumen, but you know, Microsoft, Google, you know, all these AWS, like all these companies are, especially with the AI stuff, they're going like all the way to the power companies, right? Like they're buying power companies. It's just natural that they would be gravitating towards infrastructure, right? Where this fiber is. They need to go from like A to Z with it. So I should have listened to my own advice on that, but I didn't. Metro Mike, half of Lumen's debt to pay for our cybersecurity services. Yeah, they pay a lot, but I mean, a lot of if you look at like their maps and where they are everywhere, it's like you see why. I mean, this stuff is not cheap to like put around. You know what I mean? This fiber, especially in different areas that require different, you know, like if the areas that you're in are like a solid rock and they need to bore through stuff, it's another thing. It's like,
yeah,
it's just, and then they lay them in the middle of the ocean. You know what I mean? Like for connecting continents, and then all the redundancies and like it's crazy. But Mr. Geek All Trades, Terra could buy Lumen, Terra Connect has a nice ring to it. Yeah, that's on the back burner. Just like pools and an internet service provider are on the back burner.
Terra service provider, interesting.
But it was actually nice because I know if you guys have been following along, you know, I've like had, or Terra has had their ups and downs all in different ways with Lumen, and that's what we kind of could like vocalize to them on the phone today, right? Like I told them that it was like basically everything that happened from the start to the end, and it was just so disorganized. That company was so disorganized. You know, they would hand us off to people. You know, I would email someone trying to get to their finance people or their legal team, and it was like I would just get, you know, pivoted to, you know, 10 different people. Jarrett, same thing, you know, trying to contact the support and open up tickets for like problems that we were having, just knocked around, you know what I mean? But it was nice that we have now like someone that we can call, because that's the thing, you know, we're paying a ton of money every month, like a lot. And that's what we kind of vocalize is like, you know, for how much you're paying for internet, you know, you should be able to pick up the phone and call someone. You know what I mean? Like, if I can pick up my phone and call AT&T, and I pay like $120 a month for my internet, but I can at least, it might be someone across the world, but at least I can get on the phone with someone. But we had tickets open for like a month with Lumen with no answer, and that's just unacceptable. It was GPURiser. I keep telling you, unplug their stack and see how quick they show up. Actually, I think I mentioned it before, but I did threaten that when, or not threaten it, but I called the guy who kept, every time I called Lumen also, I'm not going to get a rant. I swear I'm not going to rant. Another 30 seconds.
30 seconds.
But every time I would call Lumen, any of their people, they would email me back. They would listen to my voicemail and just email me back. And it would be like, it looked like it was before I think ChatGPT launched with like 3 whatever it was, but it looked like AI responses. So it was probably just a button they were clicking on their end for customer support. But I remember leaving a message like that. I remember being in the car, leaving a message, and all I remember from the people installing were like, you can't turn it off. It'll cause mass chaos. We have to be here in 2 hours. We have to, SEAL Team 6 has to drop down in a Black Hawk helicopter if you turn this thing off.
Well, then fix my shit then.
Yeah, so I called them and I said, I'm turning it off because I don't know what these buttons are doing. And then sure enough, I get a call back in like 30 seconds from the guy and got it solved. It was like, it was crazy. It was crazy.
Nice. Well, on that note, on the Lumen tangent there.
They are redeeming themselves. I will put it that way. But I will keep everyone updated with the Lumen stories. But
next next live show next week, Lumen, how did they do?
Yeah, exactly. But no, I think they're doing all right. It's
nice.
It's working, right? Everyone's nodes are going and our AI stuff's going, so it's going. But that's my story, Dave, the past 2 weeks and everyone.
I hear you. We're back on track. Nice little giveaway today. I appreciate Travelers doing the giveaway. Cats of Crypto's in here right now as well. Congrats on Homebrew Crypto for winning the 100K of Cats of Crypto. And that's about it, really. I want to wrap it up right now. We're going to be on Vistang's channel next week. We don't know where he's going to be because he's always traveling. I'll be home, I think. Yeah, I think I'll be home. But all I got to say is I appreciate you guys hanging out with us tonight. It's been a little bit of a long road because we've been doing a lot of things. But you will be on Vistang's channel next week, GPURisers. And that's all I got for you guys. Have a great night. Talk to you guys later.
All right. Have a good night, guys.
Later, guys.
Bye.